and these diagrams we are going to start in today's video lecture. So basically student, today we are going to discuss about the Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams. First of all, we have to see the basic part of Venn diagram. What should be the meaning of the Venn diagram? After that, how the particular diagram is to be made for the given sets, and then after we have to see the different type of operations applied on the sets. And operations of the set means you can say that the addition, subtraction, multiplication, these are the some usual operations we have to know in mathematics. But in the case of sets, we have to see the basic union operation, basic intersection operation, as well as the difference of the sets. Is it to be clear? And we have to apply these Venn diagrams in these type of operations. How the particular operation is to be specified by using any of the Venn diagram. So the very basic part, Venn diagram. So the very basic part, we are saying that to represent any of the set pictorially, you can say that a picture is to be framed of the given sets, then these type of pictures are to be made in a certain way. Means there are some certain rules and there are certain figures that we have to draw to represent the particular type of diagram of any set. Then these type of diagrams are to be known as the Venn diagram. Is it to be clear? So these diagrams are or you can say that these diagrams generally shows the pictorial view. Is it to be clear? Means we have to make a picture. By which we can just say that these type of diagrams are to be made for the given sets. So this is said to be the pictorial view of any of the particular sets. Now the very important part, for any universal set, make a rectangle. Is it to be clear? Means the particular rectangle type of figure is to be made for any of the universal set. Is it to be clear? So the very basic part means the very basic diagram, and I think each and every student know very well about the rectangle. So this type of rectangle is to be made for the universal set. Means to represent any of the universal set, basically we have to use the rectangle figure. Is it to be clear? Next for any subset, make a closed curve. You can say that we have to make a closed curve, and usually that type of closed curve are known as the circle. Is it to be clear? Usually the closed curve that should be known as the circle, and usually we have to make the circles here. But you can say that for any subsets, make the closed curve. Usually we will use a circle. Is it to be clear? For any kind of subset. So basically student, we have to make the circle. Here for the case of representation of subset, and for the any case of universal set we have to make the rectangle. So these type of diagrams are to be made. Suppose we have to take any example. Suppose any of the universal set is to be written like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Suppose this is any of the universal set, and any subset we have to make like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and any other set B we have to make here. Suppose 1, 3, 6, 5, 8, 7. Suppose like this. Suppose first of all we have to check this example. Student, this will be taken as the universal set, and these are coming, these elements are to be coming from the universal set or not, you can check here. So basically the elements of set A will belong to the universal set, as well the elements of set B also belongs to the universal set. Now we have to make a proper picture, or we have to draw a diagram to represent these type of elements. Is it to be clear? So these type of diagrams are said to be the Venn diagram. So basically for the universal set, for the universal set we have to make the rectangle, and in this corner we have to write the u for universal set, means in this particular set just we are writing the all element of lying in the universal set. Now the subset, so student, we have to make a circle, here, and this particular circle will represent the set A. Now the second circle is also to be there, because for each and every subset we have to make the circle, and the nature of circle will be either intersecting or non-intersecting. It will be depend on the sum of the elements. So here you can check, student, the two elements 6 and 8 are common to both the part. So the nature of this circle will be intersecting nature, you can say that. This is the set B. Here now we have to fill up all the elements, where each and every element should be fill up. So basically for set A, first of all we have to fill up the common region of the two subsets. So 6 and 8 both are the common elements. So here we have to write the 6 and 8. Is it to be clear? Next the remaining element of A, like 2, like 4, next is 10, we have to write in this part, and the remaining element of this B, 1, 3, 5, 7. So 1, this is 3, this is 5, this is 7, we have to write in this manner, and the some other remaining part we have to mention in the remaining part of this rectangle. Is it to be clear? So student, each and every element should be properly managed by two figures, that should be known as the rectangle as well as the circle. Rectangle will represent the universal set, as well as the circle will represent the subset. So definitely this type of diagram we have to make for any of the set, then this type of diagram is said to be the Venn diagram. And student, there are some practical problems that are to be very importantly given, and we have to solve by using these type of diagrams. Then the Venn diagrams are to be the very most important part to solve the some practical problems related to the sets. We have to also discuss the practical problems. Then definitely student, to solve these practical problems we have to make the Venn diagrams. Is it to be clear? So the very first part, in the case of Venn diagram, what we are saying? We are saying that these diagrams generally shows the pictorial view of any sets. Is it to be clear? Means we have to make a picture, and for the picture there are two type of diagrams, like rectangle and circle we have to make. So for the rectangle is for what purpose? So basically the rectangle is to be made for any universal set, and for any kind of subset we have to make the circle. And you can say that any closed curve you can make, but generally student we have to make the circles here. And you can see this example here. This example will be given, any universal set is to be given, as well as that two subsets or sometime more than two subsets are also to be given. Then first of all we have to make a rectangle, and here we have to write the name of this rectangle. Means this rectangle always represent the universal set, where all the elements of this particular part will be lie. Now student, we have to make the subsets, and it will depend on the number of subsets. Sometime, suppose in this example there are two subsets are to be there, then we have to make the two circles. Now the nature of circle will be intersecting or not, it will be depend on the elements available in the set A and B, because if some of the elements are common in both the sets, then we have to say that we have to draw the circle of intersecting nature, otherwise we have to make the two separate circles here. Is it to be clear? So according to the given elements we have to make the proper diagram here. So such type of diagrams are to be made for the sets, then these type of diagrams are said to be the Venn diagram. Is it to be clear? Each and every element should be placed carefully where it should be lie. Is it to be clear? now student, these Venn diagrams are to be the very important, because some practical problems we will solve by using the Venn diagrams, as well as some type of operations some kind of operations like union, intersection and difference. We have to solve the some operations with the help of Venn diagram also. Is it to be clear? And where we have to see the some basic properties of these operations also, so that these Venn diagrams will also represent the particular kind of operation applied on the sets. Is it to be clear? So the very first part, just we have to discuss the operations applied on the sets. Then student, each and every operation should be denoted by a Venn diagram. We have to see this thing also, but we have to keep in mind the basic thing regarding to the Venn diagram. We have to draw the rectangle for the universal set, and for a circle for any kind of subset. So we have to keep in mind this thing. Is it to be clear? So pause the video to note it down. After that we will take the next part, and next part is the basic operations applied on the sets. Is it to be clear? So basically student, operations applied on the sets, operations applied on sets. Is it to be clear? So this is the next part that should be discussed here. Operations applied on the sets. So basic operations we have to see here. What type of basic operations we are just seeing here? So basically student, if in mathematics generally you can say that if any kind of two numbers are to be there, suppose we are taking 2, 3, 4 like this, is it to be clear? Then you can add them, you can subtract them, you can multiply them, you can divide them. Is it to be clear? So such type of operations are to be also used in the sets, but these are to be used in a different manner. So the name of operations should be different, like as plus, minus, into, or divide. So basically the very first operation that we are taking, union of sets. Union of sets. So what are the union and what should be the meaning of this particular word union of sets? Similarly, we will also discuss about the intersection of the two sets, as well as we have to also define the difference between the two sets. Mainly there are three kind of operations we have to apply for the given set. So basically each and every operation we have to see carefully here. So union of sets. So what should be the meaning of union of sets? So basically student, the union of sets means, suppose we are taking two elements, two sets. We are taking two sets A and B. Then union means we have to join all the elements of set A and B. Is it to be clear? Means if we are taking two sets A and B, then union of these set is defined as the all the elements of A and B. Is it to be clear? Means no particular kind of element is to be left in A set and B set. Means we have to make a set in which all the elements of A will be there and all the elements of B will be there. Is it to be clear? And basically sometimes some of the elements are common, that should be available in set A as well as available in set B. So student, for the common element, what we are saying? We are saying that if any of the element will be common to the both the set, then only once we have to write that element. No repetition is to be there, and generally in the roster form no repetition of data is to be get allowed. Is it to be clear? So let A and B are two non-empty set, are two non-empty sets. Then their union is defined as all the elements, or you can say defined as set of all the elements of A and B, all the elements of A and B. Is it to be clear? And common element, and we have to write this thing, common element will be written, taken only once. Is it to be clear? So basically we have to understand the meaning of this given statement. Let A and B are the two non-empty sets. Suppose we are taking the two non-empty sets, then their union is defined as the set of all elements of A and B. Means we have to take each and every element of A as well as the B. Is it to be clear? Suppose student, we have to take an example. Suppose any set A is to be there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose this is any set A. Next we have to take another set B, that is 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it to be clear? Now student, we have to just calculate the A union B. So what should be the meaning of A union B? So we have to consider each and every element of set A as well as the set B. Is it to be clear? So we are taking each and every element of A and B. But here you can say that sum of the elements are common to both the set, means 4 and 5 both are common to both the sets. So basically here you can write one element once, 4, 5, 6 and 7, means the common element will be taken only once, means only one time we have to write the common element, otherwise all the elements are to be included. All the elements are to be included of each and every set that should be taken for the union. Is it to be clear? So the union process is the very simple part, where any of the union is to be taken, then you can say that union will be defined as the each and every element of A and B both are to be included here, and we have to just say that no common element of A and B will be taken only once. Is it to be clear? So according to this example, you can just understand this thing, student. You can sometimes suppose any of the sets should be written like this, X such that X is a vowel of English alphabet. X is a vowel of English alphabet. English alphabet. Is it to be clear? Next, suppose student we have to take another set B, and B is taken as like this, X such that X is natural number. X is natural number less than 5. Less than 5. And suppose we have to find the A union B. Suppose just we want to calculate the A union B. Now the student, you can see the very important thing, this particular part should be written in the set builder form. No problem. Either you can calculate the set builder form into roster form, or directly you can think about the particular type of elements. Is it to be clear? And suppose this particular type of form is to be written, then I think each and every student know very well about the English vowels alphabet. So A, E, I, O, U, and we can write the each and every natural number less than 5, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we have to just calculate the A union B. So you can see the answer here, A union B. Then student, we have to mention each and every element of the set A and B. So we can say that this is A, E, I, O, U. After that 1, 2, 3 and 4. Means we have to join all the elements of A and B. So the joining of all the elements of A and B and the common elements will be taken only once. Then this particular type of operation is said to be the union of two sets. Is it to be clear? So in the case of union, just what we are doing, just we are taking all the section of the set A and B, or suppose sometime more than two sets are to be there, then student we have to join all the three elements. Is it to be clear? Means all the elements of A, B and C we have to take here. Is it to be clear? So sometime in these examples you can see only two sets are to be there, but sometimes student more than two sets are also to be there. Then what will happen? So if we are joining, if we are taking the union of three sets, suppose A, B and C, then A union B union C will be defined as the all element of A set A, set B and set C. Is it to be clear? So in this way you can take each and every part of union, and we have to keep in mind this thing. Now the basic part is the some important thing related to the union, as well as we have to see the one important part, and that important part is, student, sometime we have to make the Venn diagram. Sometime we have to make the Venn diagram of the particular operation. That is our topic also, because if any of the operation is to be declared, then the main thing is behind the Venn diagram, means what should be the Venn diagram represents the in the case of union. Is it to be clear? So pause the video to note down these things, then after we will start the basic Venn diagram as well as the some basic properties of the union. Is it to be clear? So pause the video to note it down. After that we will take the next part that should be related to the Venn diagram. Is it to be clear? So the next part we are taking here, suppose student, Venn diagram of union operation. Venn diagram of union of two sets. Union of two sets. Is it to be clear? So we have to take the Venn diagram of union of two sets. Is it to be clear? So suppose we have to draw the Venn diagram first of all. So student, basically you can take any of the universal set. you can take any of the universal set here, and generally it will be represented by the symbol U, and the diagram for the universal set, generally student, we have to make the rectangle. Now we have to, suppose we are to take two sets, is it to be clear? And generally student, we are taking the two subsets where we have to take the some common elements. Generally, suppose the sets are not to be given, then in general we have to make the diagram like this, is it to be clear? Otherwise, on behalf of the element, or we have to just check whether the given element, whether the given particular circles are to be of intersecting nature or not intersecting nature. But in this case, just we have to not given any kind of two sets, then we have to make a general diagram like this. Then student, union operation, suppose we want to just represent the union of two sets, just we want to represent the union of two sets here, then what we will do? Basically student, union means all the elements of A and B are included, all the elements of A and B are included, means no particular part of A and B will be left, means all the sections, all the area that should be related to the set A and B are to be included. So here just we have to set that region, we have to just set the region where the answer should be lie. So in case of A union B, all the area will be shaded here, because no particular element will be left here. So basically student, we have to make the general diagram of A union B, or any union operation is to be there, then we have to set this particular, and with a light pencil we have to just dark both the circle, is it to be clear? So this particular diagram will represent the A union B, and we have to remember this case, means this particular operation is to be generally represented by the Venn diagram. Then any of the operations, suppose we have to just define any Venn diagram for any kind of operation, then we have to see the particular answer, or we have to see the particular area where the answer should be lie, then that particular area should be shaded always. Then the shaded region will represent the union of the union, or you can say that any kind of operation will be represented by the shaded part. So we have to just shade that part, and the shaded part will represent the answer of the particular question, and this is the basic Venn diagram for the union of two sets. Is that to be clear? So we have to keep in mind this thing. The very important part is the union, how to make the particular Venn diagram of union operation. The next part is the student here. Suppose we can say that A union B will be equals to B union A or not. Means either we are doing the A union B or B union A. In that type of answers, there should be, I think there should be no particular kind of mistake is to be there. Always A union B is found to be same as B union A, and this particular law is said to be the commutative law. This particular law is said to be the commutative law, means union operation can be commutative, no problem. Is it to be clear? As well, and basically these are said to be the properties of union operation, properties of union. Is it to be clear? So the properties of union operation we are taking here. Next student, next we are saying that suppose A union B union C, suppose, and here we are taking A union B and union C. So if we are taking the three sets A, B and C, and then just we are saying that we are taking the union of three sets, then first of all the use of bracket is to be there. So firstly we have to take the union of B and C here, after that we have to take the union of A. But overall student, the meaning of union says that each and every element of set A, B and C are to be included here, and in this case you can say that A union B union C, means first of all we are taking the union of A and B, then after we are taking the union of C. So definitely student, here both the part are said to be equal, and this type of law will be known as the associative law. This is said to be the associativity, or you can say that the union of two operation will be associative and as well as the commutative. Is it to be clear? The third part, suppose we are taking, suppose basically any of the set is to be taken, union of that set is to be taken with the itself, A union A, then student again you will obtain the answer as A. And this particular law is said to be the idempotent law. This particular law is known as the idempotent law, because here A union A, then definitely student all the elements of A are to be written where. So this particular law is said to be the idempotent law. Is it to be clear? So we have to know the meaning of each and every law also, because sometimes these laws are to be the very important. Suppose on behalf of name anyone else ask about the particular kind of law, then we have to know the about meaning of each and every law, because student in class 11th or class 12th, in both the classes, these are the some common laws: commutative law, associative law, idempotent law, and you can say that the some kind of distributive properties also to be there, distributive laws to be also to be used. So these are the some common name, and these are to be defined for each and every kind of operation, whether the particular kind law is to be applicable or not applicable. So we have to keep in mind always these things. Is it to be clear? Next student, we have to take this one important property. Suppose we have to take phi union A, then what we are saying? So basically student, phi union A, then phi is known as the empty set. You know very well, phi is known as the empty set, means no particular element is to be involved here, and here A set is to be there. Then again the answer is to be obtained as A set, because we have to write again the element of A here. Is it to be clear? Next property says that suppose we are taking any of the universal set and we are taking the union. So basic difference between the union and universal set, this is the some width here. So this is the symbol of union symbol, and this is the universal set. This is said to be the universal set. You can represent like this. Is it to be clear? Otherwise there should be some confusion between these two symbols sometime. So we have to keep the difference between them. Here the some width will be there between these two lines. So this symbol is treated as the union symbol, and this particular U English alphabet is to be there, and this is said to be the universal set. So suppose universal set universal set is to be taken with the A set, and A is any subset. Now this is declared as the universal set, then A is any kind of subset, no problem. So if we have to take the union of both the sets, then definitely student you will get the answer as universal set. The answer will be universal set. Is it to be clear? And generally we have to represent this universal set by U. So these are the some basic properties are to be there, and these properties will help to solve the many kind of questions here. Then definitely you will understand each and every case. One more part we can here suppose if B is subset of A, then what should be the meaning of A union B? What should be the answer of A union B? So basically student, in the previous class just we have to see the theory of subset. So if B is subset of A, means the element of B will be coming from the set A. So A union B will be again written as A or not? So definitely A union B will be written as A. Is it to be clear? So these are the some important properties that should be related to the union operation. And basically student, in the union operation we have to draw the Venn diagram. Venn diagram means we have to see the particular area where the union operation is to be get applied, and that particular area is to be get shaded. Then this particular shaded area will represent the answer of that particular kind of operation. We have to see this thing, and we have to keep in mind this thing. Is it to be clear? So these are the some basic process according to which we have to see the basic operations on the sets. Is it to be clear? Now the next operation we have to take after the union, we will take the next operation that should be known as the intersection of two sets. So pause the video to note it down student. After that we will take the next operation that should be known as the intersection of two sets. Intersection of two sets. Intersection of sets, you can say that. Is it to be clear? So intersection means student, suppose any of the two sets A and B are to be given and they are said to be the non-empty set. Then intersection means we have to take only the common elements. We have to take only the common elements that should belongs to the A as well as the B. Means the intersection of two sets will be defined as the common element to both the given sets A and B. Is it to be clear? So here let A and B are two sets, let A and B are two sets, then their intersection will be defined as a set of elements which are common to both set A and B, which are common set of elements which are common to both A and B set. Is it to be clear? So basically student, this is the basic definition, in which the main thing is that suppose we are taking the intersection of two sets, then what we are saying, intersection of two sets means just we are taking the common elements from the set A and set B, means only just we have to think about the common element, no other element will be taken. Is it to be clear? Suppose we have to take a suitable example to understand this thing. Suppose any of the set A will be written like this 1, 2, 3, 4, and any of the other set B we have to write 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it to be clear? And suppose we have to just calculate the A intersection B. Now the union symbol will be the U, but the sign of intersection you have to see here. This is the symbol of intersection we have to keep in mind. Is it to be clear? So A intersection B, this will be read as the A intersection B. Now we have to write the always all the common element to both the set A and B. So you can just calculate the common element. So you can say that 4 will be here. So the common element is always found to be 1 only. And sometimes suppose the no common element is to be get obtained, then there should be no problem. Student, if there will be no common element is to be found between the two sets, then you can say that the answer should be 5. 5 means you can say that the empty set will be taken as the answer. So here A intersection B will be 4 here. Means according to this part you can just understand the above definition. Let A and B are the two sets, then their intersection will be a set of elements which are common to both set A and set B. Is it to be clear? Now suppose another example we have to see. Then suppose any set A has the element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and any set B has the element 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suppose like this, and just we have to calculate the A intersection B. Then what should be the answer? So basically student, if we have to see the intersection operation, then we have to see the some common elements here. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So definitely here no particular element is found to be common to both set A and B. So you can just write the answer as 5. So sometime it will be happen, no particular element is found to be common, then the answer is declared as the 5, and 5 is taken as the empty set, you know very well. Is it to be clear? So I think the definition part is to be clear to each and every student. Sometime we have to take example like this also. Suppose any set A is to be given as 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose any set B is to be given as 4, 5, 6, 7. Any set C will be given as 4, 8, 6, 7, like this. Is it to be clear? Now suppose student, we have to just calculate the A intersection B intersection C. Is it to be clear? Then what should be the answer? So basically here we have to see the basic thing. A intersection B intersection C means all the elements which are common to all the three sets A, B and C. So basically student, this element 4, this element 4, this element 4, means 4 is to be common in all the three sets. Is it to be clear? But in spite of this element, no other, now you can check the 7. 7 is to be available here, but not here. Means we have to take the intersection of their set, then we have to see the common element in all that type of set. So only we have to write the answer as 4. Is it to be clear? So basically student, intersection operation will represent the some common element to the sets, and we have to write only the elements which are common to the given sets. Is it to be clear? So this is the basic operation of intersection between the two sets. Now we have to see the basic criteria related to the intersection of sets, and that should belongs to the Venn diagram as well as the some basic properties of the intersection. So student, pause the video to note it down these things, then after we will start the Venn diagram of intersection operation, as well as we have to see the basic properties of intersection operations. Is that to be clear? The next part, Venn diagram. We have to see the Venn diagram for the intersection operation. Venn diagram. So suppose basically Venn diagram is to be made, then student we have to make the rectangle for any kind of universal set always. This is the very basic phenomena. Now we have to see the two type of subsets we have to make here, and in general we have to make the two subsets like this, A and B. Now student, just we are making the Venn diagram of A intersection B. Is that to be clear? So in A intersection B, basically we have to see the particular area where the A intersection B will be lie. So you can say that this particular area will be common. This particular area will be common. So here in this particular area will represent the A intersection B. Means answer of this particular intersection will be lie always in this particular region. So student, we have to set the common region to both the set A and B. So this will basically defined as the Venn diagram of any intersection of the two sets. Is it to be clear? Suppose the three sets are to be there, then we have to see the common region of the three. Suppose we have to take the three sets. Suppose A, B and C like this. Suppose this is any set A, this is any set B, and this is any set C, and this is the universal set. Suppose sometime we have to make the Venn diagram of A intersection B intersection C, then we have to check the common region which is found to be common in A set, B set and C set. So basically we have to see this region. Is it to be clear? And we have to just set at the region which is common to all three sets A, B and C. So according to this situation, the number of sets can be sometime 2, sometime 3 sets, sometime 4 sets are to be there. But we have to see the basic operation that should be applied on the sets. And according to that, if any of the answer that should be satisfied with the given region, then that particular area will be get setted. Then this will represent the answer and solution of the particular kind of operation through the Venn diagrams. Now the some basic properties. We have to see the some basic properties of intersection. So A intersection B will be always said to be the B intersection C or B intersection A or not. Means if we are taking the A intersection B and B intersection B A, there should be no particular difference between both the things. So here you can say that A intersection B will be equals to B intersection A. So it's said to be the commutative. Means this is said to be the commutative. Now the second part, A intersection B intersection C. Suppose we are taking like this, then this particular part should be equals to this or not. We have to check A intersection B intersection C. So basically student, here first of all we are taking the intersection of these two parts, then after the particular kind is to be checked with this part. Is it to be clear? Means again we are not taking any other kind of operation between these parts, only just we have to see the particular kind of operation. Means here we have to take the intersection of all the kind of sets. So there should be no problem of using of this bracket. So you can say that it is also called as the associative. Is it to be clear? Next, suppose student we have to say that A is A intersection A. Then what should be the answer of A intersection A? So A intersection A will be again obtained as A, because only one set is to be there. Then definitely student, if intersection operation is to be applied between them, then no problem is to be there in the answer part, because A intersection A will be again written as the A. Similarly we can say that the phi intersection A. Now the very important part student, phi is said to be the empty set. I think you know very well. So phi is known as the empty set. Then empty set is to be get intersected with the A set. Then what should be the answer? So definitely student, here you can say that the answer of phi intersection A will be written as phi, because phi is empty set and A set is the non-empty. Then intersection means there should be no element common to both the set. Next, suppose any universal set is to be taken, and the universal set A intersection with the A set, then what should be the answer? Then you can say that the answer is A set. Is it to be clear? And the one more important part, if B is subset of A, then B is subset of A, then A intersection B will be, because B is subset of A means the elements of B are to be coming from the set A. Then what can we say here? So we can say that B element of set B belongs to the set A, then the common element in A and B will be the set B. So here the answer will be B. Is it to be clear? So these are the some basic and common properties that should be related to the intersection operation also. So we have to keep in mind, and always we have to see the things carefully, because student, these things are to be the very important for each and everyone. Is it to be clear? So in this video, student, only the two kind of operations we have to discuss, you can say that the union of the operation as well as the intersection of the operation. One more operation is to be there, that should be discussed in the next class. But student, again I am saying that these rules, these properties and the operations and their Venn diagrams, all the things are to be the very important for us, because some kind of the practical problems just we have to solve by using these type of basic operations. So we have to make the Venn diagram more and more of the given operation, and according to that we have to simplify the things. Is it to be clear? So that the concept will be automatically get clear to each and every student. So thank you, student. In next video we will meet with the some different kind of operations applied on the sets and their Venn diagram also. Thank you.